All right. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going tonight, everybody? It is your boy Kyoshin here, back to you again with another stream. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. So hopefully you guys are just about to tune in or will be tuning in later tonight. But otherwise, still, it is good to have you here or will be here. All right. So if anything too, I just like to say to those, I like to say happy Friday to you all, or maybe it's already past Friday, maybe Saturday, or hell, even Sunday. Otherwise, though, I hope you guys are having a good day, and that I'm just basically pretty having a pretty good day so far, and I'm excited to play some more Devil May Cry, or at least attempt, and then hopefully attempt to finish Devil May Cry tonight. By God, I hope I get to finish the game tonight. We're basically last time I left off, I tried to attempt to finish the last portion of it, basically beating Mundus. But I would say the hardest part of the boss fight wasn't Mundus himself. Well, maybe it was actually, but it was the camera, or the controls of like the inverted controls is what killed me pretty much. Or I think also just like my lack of like prepares too, not really packing enough supplies. So I will say that I will attempt to finish Devil May Cry 1 tonight. If not, if I don't finish tonight, that's I probably say it's no worries. I know you guys probably want to see me finish it as, as soon as possible so that we can move on to the next game. But I definitely do want to. I definitely do want to like finish it tonight. But if anything, too, worst case scenario, if I don't finish it tonight, then we'll definitely pick it up like the next time I do Devil May Cry. Let me just make sure that I don't know why for some reason like I'm having some connection issues with the especially on Twitch. It's just been like that for like the last few days or like this past like well, I think probably since yesterday. So, all right. So I think that's enough yapping for me though. But yeah. All right. We're having some connection issues here. Hold on. It's freezing on me. So I'm seeing on Twitch. All right. So let me know, guys, if there's like anything going on here. All right. So go ahead. And actually, before I do that, let's go and transition to here. Transition. I cannot get over that. Where am I at? Okay. All right. So this will be probably, hopefully, one or my many attempts to finish it. So again, I'm gonna do my best. Tonight it says I'm gonna see if I can finish Devil May Cry 1 tonight. If not, I'll definitely finish it the next time I stream it. So, but otherwise, though, we're gonna have a good time. Definitely have a good time chatting with you guys tonight. If anything too, yeah, just let me. If anything too, let me know in the chat how we're doing. If you got any plans for the weekend, for where I'm at, it's Friday. So I'm very excited to basically spend the weekend. For me, I would say I'm excited to spend the weekend going to this local event in my city called Foodie Land, where basically it's like basically a very very I guess what's the word, very exciting food festival, or basically it's basically have like multiple food stands of, like, and seeing like very unique creations and like delicious dishes from like various cultures. So I'm very excited to participate in that. So if anything too, I hope is there anything too that's most likely gonna be at like which I'm gonna be doing tomorrow after I finish stream. So I'm excited for that. And so if anything too, if I keep pausing between, do apologize. I am also trying to make sure that we're still live, because I know it's like, because sometimes, especially here on Twitch, it gets very like laggy, and like it's where like the stream breaks, and like it basically just restarts again. So that's kind of one thing that kind of worries me. And God, that's why like I get very paranoid too, because like, oh my God, it's like I didn't know my streams, I didn't know my stream like stopped going live just recently. So all right, here we go. So all right, guys, but if anything too, let me know if the stream looks pretty okay, or if it's laggy. Yeah, don't be afraid to let me know. Otherwise though, we're gonna go straight into the final battle again. off to a rough start, I gotta say. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're gonna start now. Oh my god, it's not. There we go. Oh, jeez, I forgot. Alright, so I'm gonna see if this will work. Alright. Alrighty.
Again I must face a Sparta. Strange fate, isn't it?
Strange and ironic that it will end the same way.
Irony has favored you this time. Look, there.
Trish!
Don't even think about it. Blink. She dies.
You!
Dante!
I've already seen this cutscene a couple times already, so that's why I'm not really reacting. It's like, oh no, it's like I've already seen it.
So sad that humans will always be humans. No.
I'm just letting it play for you guys.
Has the Sparta blood been spoiled over the ages? Now, die!
Trish! Trish! No!
Useless scum. Failure is one thing, but taking an odd behavior like that. What is the matter? It is time to end your pitiful life.
Oh no.
How much longer are you going to keep zapping? Come out and show yourself, Mundus!
Those eyes. Deep in them, I see the same light as in Sparta's eyes.
Why my mother?
That useless being. If you need a mother, I can create it. As many as you want. Just like I created Trish.
Silence!
By far, this is my favorite part of this cutscene. Straight aura. Alright, this is what I'm dreading the most, is just this boss fight. Let's just be patient here. I just control All right, hold on. I didn't realize this thing stopped. All right, are we still here? Are we still here, chat? So sorry about that. Because I'm noticing, because I'm also taking a look at my OBS too. It looks like the frame rates are dropping, or at least that's what I think. Yeah, the frames are dropping. So, oh man, I don't know. Maybe I think it's just like my Wi-Fi here on my place. It's kind of like making interfere. Okay. Alright, my count start? Yes. Fun, but I'm starting to get the flow. I'm starting to get the flow. Okay, come on. All right. Not just gonna take this. we go. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. Do you want to go to the load screen? Yes. I feel like I should have made like another save where like I did some grinding to like save up on more devil stars. I think that would have definitely saved my life a bit more. But you know, I mean, I've already made it this far into the journey. Yeah, I kind of wish there was a way I could just like sell stuff and just like do that. But you know, I pretty much screwed myself out of anything. So, alright, so if anything too, at this point, just some patience too. I'm probably not gonna waste my devil stars as much, so. Alright. can. Okay. All right. I don't have anything, do I? Hold on. Will it work? Ah, shit. Let's work. Hold on. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try something. Oh shit. Okay, that's good. I have a couple lives. The only issue is that I'm kind of doing out inverted controls. Can I set this up? Alright, I kind of screwed myself a little bit. Come on. Shit. Can I save? Ah, here it is. Here, I'm gonna try something here. Because I kind of messed up on the controls, so because the reason why I was like flying more efficiently is because I was using I used on my Steam to where I adjusted the controls to where I don't have to use like inverted flying or inverted controls. So, but then that also kind of cost me like, oh, that's why I'm flying, but now I'm like kind of on the ground. It's different. So I'm kind of basically screwing myself a little bit. Hey, Meech Fromo F, did you go to R Al elementary school? Elementary school? Mm, sorry, I'm not sure what that is. I'm sorry. But I mean, yeah, I went to elementary school. Let's see. I left blank so I don't dox you. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, for sake of privacy? Yeah. Let's see. 1 second. I think we used to play Beyblades together as kids, maybe. Oh, I see what you're. Okay, I gotcha. Oh, I think we may have. Um, I think we used to Beyblade. Oh shoot! Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Okay. No, I think reading the words now, I do see the I do see The letters. Okay, so I know elementary school you're talking about too. I won't say it here for stream, also just for privacy reasons, but I do. I do thank you so much for the sake of privacy. But yeah, I think I remember playing Beyblades. I know I played a lot of. I did play a lot of Beyblades growing up as a kid. I was like growing up too. So I remember it was during the Beyblade Metal series, like the Metal series, like Metal Fusion, Metal Masters, and all that stuff too. And Metal Fury even. So yeah, I don't know. I would say yeah. Dude, I remember someone trading me a metal rip. Dude, I remember someone trading me a metal tip. I was might have been you off. No, that couldn't have been me because like I don't because I mean if I had a metal tip that would have been great. I would have kept that for myself. I would have kept that for myself. And as kids, it was just me. It's just kind of want to keep the cool stuff for yourself. But no, that couldn't no because I don't because I even I don't remember ever owning a no. I never really owned no. I never had owned a metal a metal tip Beyblade or a Beyblade with a metal tip. I remember but I did have a Beyblade that already had a built-in tip, which was like a I remember it was I actually distinctly remember it was from the Beyblade Metal series or Metal Fusion. It was the Phoenix Beyblade. It was like a very like orange and yellow type Beyblade where like it had like a metal tip on it, and it was a gift from my Lola, uh, that she had from when she went to the Philippines sometime like a couple years ago, and it brought to me as a gift because I think I asked her to. I think I remember like giving her like a wish list of like Beyblades I wanted from the Philippines, and well, she got none of those Beyblades on the list, but she did at least give me something that resembled, or at least did give me Beyblade, just not the ones on the list. But I was happy regardless though, because I mean, hey, as a kid, I got a Beyblade. That's cool. Hey, what more can you want? Especially a gift from my Lola was especially kind and care or especially kind. So that was definitely something really worth having. But yeah, dude, man, I loved Beyblades as a kid too. But yeah, oh my god, yeah, yeah. Let's see. But if anything too. I mean, I think if we had went to elementary school together, oh man, it must have been so long ago too. Um, everything too. Obviously, for sake of privacy, I won't say your name on, I won't say your actual name on stream. But everything that's obviously for sake of privacy, because obviously just to be fair. But you can definitely. But everything too, I kind of do vaguely remember. Remember doing playing Beyblades a lot as a kid, or playing Beyblades a lot with kids. Or sorry, hold on, playing Beyblades a lot as a kid with others, with friends. Oh man, funny enough though, like I would like to play Beyblades again too. Oddly enough though, I actually did. Oh, sorry, got chills. I did like out of just like spite, or not a spite. I just had like as on a whim. I kind of just like bought like those new Beyblade generation Beyblades because like I was kind of curious what they look like. I have it right here. It's like one of these new ones. They're from called the Beyblade X series. So I bought this just because I think I kind of want to at least feel a little nostalgic with myself and just bought a Beyblade. I bought some too actually, but to be honest, it wasn't as fun as I remember. I think as a kid, we watched I think watching it as a kid, like the anime, I think definitely made our imaginations go wild. But as an adult, I can definitely see like, damn, I was like, what was the hype all about? But I can definitely, but I think in a way though, I think it's because like we get to pretend. Obviously, it's because we get to pretend like doing special moves and like be able to trade with the kids. I think obviously like I don't know. I think it's like the fantasy of it was like fun at the time. But honestly though, like I don't know. I think it's kind of really my childhood. I don't. I think I don't like that they break apart and get knocked out of the arena really fast. Metafusion ones fight longer. Oh, that's true. Yeah. So I think what I honestly with though I did do a little bit of research on like, or I don't know. I was kind of like find myself in going to like the Beyblade rabbit hole a couple months back, and I was like learning how like, oh, there's new Beyblade generations, and like they brought metal blades back. I was like, oh shoot, maybe I'll pick up one just for fun. And like, lo and behold, like this kind of reminds me of like the Storm Pegasus Beyblade that I used to have as a kid, because like similar design and build, and it was pretty cool too. And it's also like, I think it was like in the anime, it's like played by the main character, so it's a dragon too, so you can't go wrong with dragons. Um, okay, sorry, I gotta stop saying a lot, because I know like kind of just weird, but that's just me. But yeah, dude, I remember too. Yeah, so I'm glad. Yeah, I was like, I'm surprised. Like, wow, do I know somebody from there? Oh man. Oh, and here I'm supposed to be in the middle of a boss fight. Actually, well, I was actually kind of trying to also figure out how to change the controls. So, but yeah, dude, I think maybe it's just a bias standpoint. Maybe because maybe because we're just getting older too. But I think the Metal Series Beyblades were like peak Beyblade, honestly, because I feel like it's like the most memorable, and because like it was like pure metal, or like mostly metal, and doesn't break apart too. It's only like if you really hit it hard and not like a built-in function. And that I think it was just like, I don't know. I think it was kind of like help bring bring Beyblade back into mainstream. Because I think it wasn't for that, because then we want to have it. I mean, I can go on a tangent. Oh yeah, I agree. Ah man, let's see here. God, I'm only doing this for less than an hour. So here's what we'll do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So, like I said earlier in the stream, I will do my best to finish the game tonight. If not, if I obviously if I keep dying, and I don't think you guys want to see me keep dying over and over again. I might just switch over to new game just to kind of just change it up too, and also just kind of save myself the sanity. So, but yeah, I agree. Man, dude, takes me back. Let's see. So here, I would say like another childhood toy that I used to love growing up too, that just kind of came to mind, was the Ben 10 toys, especially like the Omnitrix. I think that was like my childhood right there for sure. Like, I mean, especially like having watched like the cartoon series, and like just seeing all the like different aliens too, like, and having the Omnitrix as a toy, dude, I was like, my imagination went freaking wild. Oh man, I would love to. I would love to do that more often. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can do that. Let's see. I agree. Let's see. That was a go to chore for sure. I didn't much have the toy. I didn't have much of the toys. Oh man. So yeah, yeah. For me, like, I would say I had a couple of toys. I remember having obviously the Omnitrix, the original Omnitrix, where it's like you basically just turn the dial around, slap on it, and then make sound effects, and then you pretend yourself. You pretend you're an alien. I would say, and then I think I also did have like some action figures too, of like some aliens like Heat Blast, Forearms, even Diamond Head too. I think even yeah, and those are like, they were like my favorite. Oh man, I'm trying to think like what other child stuff I had too. God. I think obviously like Yu-Gi-Oh was definitely a big part of my childhood. I mean, funny enough though, I still have like some of the cards I've had since I was like elementary school. Obviously, I can never like had the heart to toss them out. I mean, obviously that'd be obviously to most trading card game players, it's like, ooh, would be like sinful essentially. Yeah. Oh my god. I used to really like Bionicles and Bakugan. Bakugan, that was another one too. Oh, holy cow! Bakugan was like, oh, I used to love Bakugan as a kid too. My favorite one was like the dragon was Dragonoid or Drago, like the basically the red dragon, because he was like so cool, and he had like so many evolutions. And I was like, oh my god, like I wanted, as a kid, I always dreamed of like always getting all the Dragonoid forms. Obviously now I wouldn't want that, because I could spend my money on something else too. Um, let's see, Legos, I would say, is another one too. And I will say though, on occasion I do buy I do buy Legos here and there. I do buy Legos here and there, just for the sake of it too. I usually buy Dimitri, by the way. I don't know if. Oh shit, Dimitri, dude, I remember Dimitri. No, 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 I do. I remember. Holy shit, you were. Yeah, I remember because I know we also went to high school together too for a little bit. I remember you were always cool. Yeah, obviously not to be mean, but I remember you were very like. I think you were a very quiet kid, very just like kind of like reserved. But I think in high school though, you definitely became a lot more. You were a lot more outgoing and a lot more like out there too. And I was like, oh man, this guy, like, this kid grew up. No, no, Dimitri, I do remember you, dude. Oh god, yeah. No, because I remember I used to like kicking it with you back in the day too. So it's good to see you. Yeah, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing all right. I know it's been like a minute since I last saw you. I think it's like, oh my god, because I graduated high school back in 2017, so it's been about 8 years. So, but I think we did talk for a little bit, or at least like talked for a little bit. I think around like freshman sophomore year, but I don't know what happened. I think because we were just at different points in our lives. In high school, we kind of just got drifted apart. So, but I bet no, but I do remember we used to kick it back, kick back in a while back. So wow, dude, no, wow, dude, Dimitri. Oh man, it's good to see you again, man, or good to chat with you again, man. I hope you're doing all right though. Obviously for sake of stream, because you know we are obviously in a public setting, so I won't ask any too many personal questions, but if you need to, if you need to, I you definitely answer at your own accord or whatever you feel comfortable. Let's see, what did you do after high school? For me, honestly, so to obviously brief summary, I would say what I did after high school is that I essentially was oh god, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Let me start over. So after graduate high school, I necessarily didn't graduate high school at the high school that we went to. But because at the time I wasn't really doing well in school, and that I didn't really graduate on time, to where I can be able to basically walk the stage with everyone in my class at the time, which was unfortunate too. Well, at the time, I just school wasn't really working out for me at the time. Not that I didn't drop out. I did graduate high school. It just wasn't the conventional means. So, and how I graduated too is when I moved out to a city outside of that to of SJ to Gilroy. I basically went to this adult school where like I basically kind of just finished up my all things I need to do in order to qualify to graduate, which took me until like August to complete, and then I graduated that same year, in Gilroy, to where basically I got my basically got my high school diploma, from there, and then I lived there and I lived in Gilroy for about 6 years. 6 years. I worked at Target for a little while, and then I worked at a work from home position, but left just due to just not really doing doing so hot with the job. And then afterwards though, I recently moved back here to SJ, with some roommates, and basically working a full-time job that's like 9 to 5, which is really good too, and it's like at a medical facility, for like animal medicine, and like just do work in a warehouse. It's not too bad. I mean, regular Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, can't go wrong. And on top of that, and also now I stream daily too. So when I first started to, actually, let me take a pause. So before I go any further, so to answer your question, Dimitri, that's what I've been doing since after high school. Is that I basically moved. I graduated at a different school, worked at a couple jobs while in Gilroy for about a couple years, and moved back to SJ 2 years after, or 2 years ago, and been living here ever since. And then I started streaming since January, and basically just been at it ever since too. So it's been pretty busy. If that was a lot for you, I do sincerely apologize. So Yeah, just let me know if you have any questions on that too. I definitely appreciate it. Okay. All right. So while we're doing that, I just gotta revert changes. I'm gonna try this. So I think what I did, I was kind of messing around with this too earlier. So I don't know how I did it. I think it was edit layout. No, I think it was. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. That's really cool, man. I'm glad to hear you've been doing P well. Yeah, no, yeah, thank you, man. Everything too. I hope you're doing all right. I mean, everything too. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I can't talk today. If anything too, I hope you're doing okay too, man. Um, but yeah, I definitely will say I've been pretty busy, or even especially, I would definitely say like I'm a lot more busier now these days than I was like a couple years back. Cause like I will say though, I was well, still somewhat am somewhat of a procrastinator. I basically put stuff off for too long until like it's kind of like, oh no, it's too late. um, but yeah, so I honestly though, I will say that I've been enjoying streaming a lot lately, and it's definitely been, I think definitely been one of my biggest joys I've had, or I've had in a while too, and I like it too. So if anything too, I would say like my goal right now, I would say is working towards going full time in the future, with like well, not only stream but also just creating content in general too. So that's so hence why I've been so busy like with streaming daily, posting content, keeping up with my socials, and just I think what they say is like building your own brand. So that's basically what I'm doing. See. After school, I went to community college and saved up money. After I got my associates, I transferred to Cal State, Fullerton. I'm the youngest of five kids, first one to move out. Oh shoot! Look at you! Look at you, all star. I mean, hey, dude. Out of five kids, I mean, hey, proud of you, man. I moved out on my own, fully paying my own school and everything. Shoot. If anything, to Dimitri, I will say from the bottom of my heart, I really do respect and admire the hustle. It's not easy to. I mean, I think you're. I would say, I think you are younger, a little bit younger than me. So, it didn't. Obviously, I'm still working on my stuff too. So, let's see here. I finished my bachelor's in criminal justice, and now I'm a security officer at a bank. Oh shoot! Look at you. Wow. Hey, bachelor's in criminal justice and security. Man, dude, I'm man, I'm proud of you, dude. I really am. Oh man, I'm so proud of you, man. I do. And no, but if I think, yeah, dude, I'm proud. Sorry. Um, man, there's so much I can say. Like I think that I am proud that you were able to accomplish your goals and your dreams. Well, well, if anything, too, out of curiosity, was being a an officer, or at least some form of law enforcement always been your dream, or if not, was this just something that always piqued your interest too? I just I think for me, like what I like to do is like, with with my community, I like to at least, kind of at least get a bit to know them, like, and kind of like get to know, what they do in their lives and all that too. Obviously within respectful boundaries, uh, without pushing the envelope too far. I think for me that's like kind of like the goal of like my whole career is just to build a strong community on online, and like, I don't know. I think it's always cool to meet different people, like whether they're new to you or familiar. I think that's just something. It's for me. That's something I enjoy. This job is just a stepping stone. I plan on either doing probation slash parole or private investigation. Ooh, I definitely say those are really those are really good options, man. I think I want to say law, like private investigation. I feel like would be like the most interesting job too, because you're basically just trying to like solve the crime. like like the shows I see on TV, like CSI or Law and Order is like more like, well, that's a more legal thing, but like, you know, CSI or was it Chicago PD, all that stuff too. Granted, I'm not gonna pretend I know anything about criminal justice or any all that, all the security stuff that obviously you yourself, my friend, are more are more or knowledgeable in. So if anything too, you can definitely educate me on that too. I'm just curious. I just definitely am very interested in like on that. If anything too. I'm not gonna worry about that. I hit layout. All right. Let's see here. All right. So I think so. Here's the plan for me. So I think obviously, so if anything too, the stream's gonna be usually when so if anything too, Dimitri. So if anything too, if you're if anything too, if you do like my content and if you like to continue watching me or at least join me in chat, you know that I definitely would appreciate the support. But again, that's up to you. But if anything too, if you always want to catch in and stop by, I usually stream Thursdays through Sundays as of right now. Before it was like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but I kind of changed to where like I kind of just like condense it into like. Oh shoot! Thank you for the follow. Thank you, much appreciated. And if anything too, yes, was it loud? Yes, I did not put that deliberately. I'm still I'm still trying to figure out how that is so loud. I've been trying to figure that out, like off behind the scenes. So forgive me if your eardrums were blasted. So, but yeah, anything too. Yeah. So like I said, if anything too, I usually stream around from Thursday to Sunday, usually, and that Thursdays and Fridays are usually like my shorter days, which like 2 hour streams minimum or 2 hour streams. Okay, side note that also that it plays it twice on its own. I don't know why it does that. It just does. I mean, I just I'm afraid this is like becoming like a running gag on this channel that every time someone follows that basically essentially it's like basically like someone blowing the Galler horn and basically and like and like sieging and like ready to go to battle and just like blow the battle horn in somebody's ear. Okay, so how did I do this? How did I do this? Okay, but anyway, I feel like I'm getting off track here and getting off tangent. So basically, my right now, obviously, my goal for tonight is to do my best to finish Devil May Cry 1 tonight. If not, if anything, too, I might switch to a different game. If I, because again, I'm like we trying to keep my sanity. So let me see what else I can do. I know. Both vertical. What games do you play? So besides this game, I also play. So my usual games I usually play are games like anime based titles. So this one game I'm playing recently, which I actually did play just last night, was called Wuthering Waves. It's basically a anime gotcha game where you play as like multiple anime characters that you can basically earn by doing a gotcha system. Essentially, it's like the lottery or an anime lottery, and that by putting enough money into, or obviously put some like currency down, like asteroids, you basically get to earn characters or pull characters that you like or would like to get. But again, it's like the lottery system too, so it's definitely like an investment too. But other than that, though, another game I've been liking to play is also is Claire Obscure, which actually will be coming up tomorrow. So definitely tune in for that for sure. I definitely it was something new because it was like, you know, story based, like, and like, you know, action JRPG, and I really do enjoy it a lot. So usually I just play games like they're like very like anime based, as well as being like JRPGs, like story driven. Because like, you know, for me, I'm always like I'm a sucker for I'm a huge sucker for story based games and like anime. So like it just goes well together. And like, see, I used to play Genshin. Genshin was like my I used to play Genshin too back in the day. I played it for a little bit. I didn't play it for a while. The reason why I stopped was because I think it was at the time I wasn't really too into the like the gacha system because I put money in it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, hold on. What the hell? Okay, because the controls are not working. That's okay. Because what's happening here is that when I hit forward, so even though like I'm going forward, I'm actually going back, or how do I put this? Like, you see here, like when I go up, it looks like I'm going down, but when I go down, I go up. It was like I'm basically playing inverted controls, and that's like kind of messing me up a little bit. So, but then it helps me also. It also helps me play like the flying section more easily too. So it's kind of like take away this, but again that. But also it's like kind of screwing myself over. So man, so like I feel like I'm not really setting it up right. So I feel like either way I'm kind of screwed. So okay, so here's what we'll do. I'm gonna keep playing for another couple minutes, and then obviously if I don't make it through, like if I don't make it through, then I'll probably just switch over to a different game, and then we can also just keep chatting too. Otherwise though, like it's just this would be one of my very many attempts to finishing this game. So my god, let's see. I haven't played too many other gacha games. I mostly play like FPS shooters, but I haven't been playing games a lot all lately. I mean, hey, and nothing wrong with that, man. I will say it does take a lot of, funny enough though, like I'm not saying it isn't the best in the world, but like it definitely does take a lot of commitment to, it does take some time to make time to play games too, like you're usually trying, especially like in house where like some work. I know for me for a while there was a period where I did not play games for a while because I was going through some stuff where like I just wasn't myself. Like I stopped playing video games, I stopped watching anime. It basically just didn't like anything anymore. I was kind of just going through the motions. So, but I'll just say that kind of story I'll be telling you about prior to the future. But otherwise, I will say I will say now it's definitely good to kind of go back. If not, I just sound very a yay or a nay? Yeah, I gotta say though, I really gotta hire like an editor or hire like a or well, I have a close friend of mine who shows up my streams, and that on occasion also we hang out on occasion outside the stream too. So he's a bit more technical than I am. I'm just learning the basics here, or I'm like learning like the basic stuff. So let's see. All right.
May Cry
Settings.
HD
Settings.
Collection.
Volume. Okay, I'm gonna set the volume to here. Let's see, and then we're about an hour and 5 minutes. Okay. You just gotta ask your friends or anyone who comes in to watch how the audio is. That's what my homies do. So that's what I do too. So, especially both friends and viewers, or that's a thing. That's the thing too. I don't know what the right term to say. Is it fans, followers, viewers? I mean, I feel it's kind of like relatively similar. So, I was trying to think of a nickname for our community. So, funny enough though, I will say though, I'm one of those idiots. Actually, not say idiots. Let me take that back. Before I don't want to cause any controversy. I'm one of those people who use ChatGPT for answers. And I was like, hey ChatGPT, what do you think I should call my viewers on my channel based on my online presence? And they say, oh yeah, you can call your friends the Kyo crew or the Inner Realm, because based on your personality and what we see online. And I was like, okay, I can roll with that. Because I feel like it definitely will set us up. I think it would be kind of fun thing to have like a little like, I don't know, because for me I think it'd be fun to have our little community to have something to own. All right, so all right, and speaking and for volume wise, I'm just checking if this works. Check if this works. Hold on. Oh, my screen just gone black. What is happening? Man, we are having some technical issues here today, aren't we? Lord. I promise, guys, I'm better than I promise you guys, I'm better than this. This is embarrassing. Oh no! This is what a real camera gaming with a ingenuity looks like here. Technical skills. I will say though, I will admit I never really finished college, so which obviously nowadays that's not really that big of a deal, because you can be successful in all fields. That's how to be school. That's just me. But wow, what am I doing? Okay, hold on. Something is wrong. Okay. All right, let me reset the controls. Okay. Yeah, I really gotta fix this. Good lord. JRTC was fun. I miss those days. Oh my god, yeah. JRTC, man. I feel like I will say like yeah, that brings me back to I feel like those are I feel like for us as kids, I feel like those are like the more like funny enough, the more happier days as a kid back then too. I think it's just because we were in the same class and that we basically did all things together too. I remember we did a lot of marching too. And funny enough though, we were supposed to learn about like the Air Force, because the RTC we had was like Air Force base. Where like or the was based on the U.S. Air Force. Where like other schools, I think like Silver Creek was the Army, or was it Navy? I don't know, because I know like some schools they were like different branches of the military. I no, I think yeah, I think no, I think Silver Creek was Army, and then obviously we were Air Force. I remember, oh dude, I'm trying to think. Remember, I think those were happier days because our only responsibilities were school for the most part. Yeah, that's true. And now we have rent and bills, and we have no choice but to work. That is true. The only people who don't have to work are either children or rich people because they have money. And hey, trust and believe. Hey, a little dinero that can not solve all your problems, but it can make it easier. So, let's see. Okay, and I definitely wouldn't hurt. Oh yeah, for sure. Lord, man. I will admit though, sometimes I kind of prepare things at the last minute, and this is the result. So I apologize if you're looking forward to some more gameplay on Devil May Cry, which you have, which is like I've been kind of messing up the controls. So all right, I'm trying to figure out what to do here. I'm gonna try vertical only. See if that'll help. All right, I will attempt one couple more times here. Okay. Wait. I would say I'm trying to remember. I would say one of my favorite parts of RTC wasn't the whole military aspect part, because I think like most those kids in our school at the time, they mostly joined because I think it was just good for college and our recommendations too. And one of the very few people who actually joined the military. I think there was definitely one kid that I used to be childhood friends with who is in the military now, who's doing pretty well for himself actually. He is. I think he first joined. I did based on because I follow him on Instagram too, and when he graduated high school, he went to the Air Force, and he was like, and I think even as a kid too, he was like super like influenced to go to. He was like super into the military, and that was kind of like his. I think like funny enough, most of his personality too. Basically like speaking in military lingo, and just like knowing all the all the rules and stuff. And I was like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? What am I doing? Okay, this is. Oh my god, can I only go up and down? That's funny. Wow, talk about embarrassing. Okay, it's not embarrassing. I'm just like, wow, I have not set this up right. Let's see here. Let's see. I really like the social aspect of it. I did a lot of community service events to hang out with people. I got dropped by sergeant because I wore a shirt that said "anti on it." Bro fired me as flight commander for 2 months. I think I've heard that story, or I think I might have heard that from the grapevine too. Or I think some kid got in trouble for it. Shirt. I didn't know that was you, dude. I was like, oh, poor guy. It's like, I think if I remember, the sergeant was he made me turn it inside out. I mean, I feel like that could have been I feel that's like the most he could probably do. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, I feel like it'd be a bit too drastic to be sent home just to change his shirt. He was angry. He was like, I lived in Japan for 8 years. Yeah. Oh. I was like, okay. Okay. I would say, yeah, cool, man. There's a lot of people who live in Japan for years, like the natives. They set records. But yeah, it's like I know who you're talking about too. I used to like the guy too. I think he was a replacement for somebody for another sergeant. I think we had yeah, he was a sergeant that we used to like. He was very old and grumpy. I think he did pass away during my freshman, either my freshman or sophomore year, and then we had a funeral for him, or not funeral, but we mourned for him, and then we got the replacement after. Sergeant K. Sergeant K. Yeah. Met him when I was young. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm clearly doing something wrong here. All right. Let's see. So we're about. Okay. So we'll do this then. Then there was Major and Chief. Oh yeah. Okay. So I remember Chief. Chief was like he was the most funnest of the. Oh, what was he? What would they used to be called? Because they didn't say like teacher, but it was a different for instructor. It was like ATL or something, or I forgot what it was. But yeah, they were like there was three of them. Major was was like ASI. That was the one. Yay, ASI. It was yeah, aerospace instructor. Okay, there. Oh man, you remember this more than me. Yeah, aerospace science instructor. Okay, I got half of that right. Let's see. All right. All right. So joystick. Oh, here we go. What was I doing? Yeah, I think during my time, I only did it from freshman year to. Oh shit! The RTC program ended in 2019, the year I graduated. It was the last. That's I've heard about that. Yeah, I remember. I think I fell on one of our classmates at the time. I think I still do. I think I remember she posted on her Instagram saying that ROTC was shutting down. This is so sad. They were all here together. So for me, this was like 2 years after I graduated. So by that point, I was already kind of like doing my own thing and kind of basically, obviously, once I graduated high school, I was like, you know what, I'm moving on. So, but I did see that. I was kind of like, I was a bit sad at first, but then like, I think I did also, but I think before I left the RTC program, I did see like hints or like foreshadows of like the RTC program kind of like shutting down, because this was from my experience. In my experience, I noticed like there was a lot of people like kind of leaving the RTC program, myself included, especially junior year, and people became less and less interested. Know that too. And let's see here. There wasn't enough students, so it was only Major left. There was a huge influx of signups when they announced it was closing, and there wasn't enough ASIs when they closed the program. Yeah. Man, that kind of sucked too. That was crazy. Wow. So there wasn't enough students. It was so I think, do you think it was just the lack of interest in the I think, I think because I know, like, I think at that point too, I think people didn't really see the military in a favorable light. That's just me. Obviously, I don't want to go into politics or anything like that, but I think I did remember seeing that it was like, it was just not as like as hyped to join, because I know like back in my day, when I first did it, it was like, yeah, like I knew a couple kids, like the quote unquote popular kids, were like super hyped about it, and it again, it made it like their personalities. I was like, oh my god. It's like, okay, we get it. You know the phonetic alphabet. We get it. You have a history of family in the military, and that you want to follow in their footsteps. That's great. It's like, can we go get pizza now? And like, oh man, I know, and some of them had like freaking egos, like terrible egos. That's the one thing that kind of made me like want to leave, because like some of them were just like, it was kind of like almost like your typical high school movie, ironically enough. And there was like cliques, like certain groups. They're like, the popular kids, the military tryhards, and just kind of like the us, or well, I don't know about you, but me, I was just kind of like the like sticking out the sore thumb, was just kind of there, and just was kind of like didn't really have a place in there too. It was just kind of long for the ride. And then with Trump and everything, no one to join. Wow, very accurate description of the program. That is true too. So, I mean, I will say it is kind of sad though. It kind of just ended the way it did. So, all right, invert it, invert, horizontal. If I turn off both? Okay, all right. This will probably be my final attempt. Possibly. Possibly. After college, I love social. So much I stayed. So I don't live in SJ anymore. Oh. Yeah.
Cry.
Okay. Alright, so I was like, oh man. Obviously, I won't ask you where you live. That's up to you if you want to answer. But if anything too, but obviously, if you were in San Jose, it would have been cool if we could have like, ideally, obviously, it would have been cool if we were to catch up too. So I think that would have been cool. I lived around the corner from Disneyland. Oh shoot! Okay, I can see the photos from my apartment. Oh, up in LA. Okay. Or yeah, LA or Anaheim. Okay. I'm gonna assume Anaheim because I know LA is like LA. I know is like from what I've heard. Now, obviously, this is stupid to say because I haven't been there in a while, but I know like there's a lot going on, especially right now. So, but I hope I hope you are safe, and I hope that you are, and I hope you are safe with your family, or friends, or a loved one. I mean, hey, obviously, I remember I seen Dimitri. I was like, this kid, he's definitely gonna, he can pull somebody for sure, more than me. So, all right. So if I think too, back to gameplay, guys. This will probably be my last attempt finishing Devil May Cry like on screen. Just on the next Devil May Cry game. I know that part is cool, but maybe too. I'm also like, definitely don't want to like play this game too long either. Towards like kind of so that's just kind of like what I'm thinking too. Because like there's other games too I want to like check out. So that's not like I'm kind of here to finish it too. Obviously, when you get to the goals, I can just watch it and finish it like off screen at some point if I don't finish it here on stream. But that's just me. Let's see. Well, speaking of Disneyland, I recently did went on a trip last year to Disneyland in Florida with the family to celebrate a cousin of mine's birthday. She was like, she's a little kid too, so she was like a little sweetheart. But that was like a fashion for a toddler. So like she goes to that with her mom. So I think the saying goes, the apple doesn't fall too far. The apple doesn't fall too far. Might die, but you know what? Do my damn best. So the original controls are actually, I can't even tell. But I can always move up right and normal. I just want to go up and down. It's like, oh shit. You are there. All right. Let's see. All right, let me just yeah, so I'm gonna just make sure that my stream is still running too. Yo, 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 yo. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's see if this will work. I'm sorry. What am I saying? This will work. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. Isn't my game loading up? Okay, here we go. All right. So okay, I'm gonna do one more attempt. All right, Mundy. This will be my last shot for the night. God. All right, inverted controls. You are one of my favorites. Just kidding. You are the bane of my existence. Okay, this fucks with the expensive. Maybe I'm just being dramatic, but I can't. I don't know how people like back in the early 2000s would behave like this. It was insane. Like doing my inverted controls is nuts. Maybe that's maybe I sound ridiculous, but I can't do the this was hard. Stop it. Circle around, back down. I will say though, at least I got far enough to where I got to the second phase, but that's just me. I'm trying not to swear as much because I'm getting up. My mom told me once that when we had lunch together on Father's Day, she was like, "Oh my God, like your auntie told me that you were cussing a lot on the street." I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm very passionate about my work mother. So like, I mean, maybe to my cousin who watch. Well, she's 3, so I'll remember. But well, children are very impressionable. So if she hears me swearing, I just don't want to repeat any of that. Well, besides, last thing I need is to incur my auntie's wrath. You know what they say? Hell have any theory. Or I can't tell. It was yeah. So, if anything too, guys, according to chat, if you guys are expecting me to play a Souls-like game like Elden Ring or Bloodborne, this is part of my room. This is me dying and me just talking into the universe. Alright, come on. At least unlike those games, they're very I hope just Justin's nightmare. I think when it comes to like the pilots, they use like inverted controls. Should be true. Okay, I see. Okay, so we go down. Hit out like down. Just gonna follow through. Come on now. Come on. There we go. Okay. Feel it out. It's like little small darts that shoots at these things with flame. Alright. Come on now. Keep trying. Come on, buddy. Just try. Okay. Okay. I will actually attempt to At this point, you're just making fun of me. It's not you, Chad. Fuck this. That was a bit greedy. That was a bit greedy. Ooh, my skin and my teeth. Good boy. Nice. Okay, we can skip that. Okay, we can skip that. Alright. Tempting again. Now with the proper controls. Okay. And I did. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Can I do this? Can I do this? Oh. What's that? Okay, I'm shooting in lava. That's probably not a good idea. Okay. Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. Oh shit, what is that? Alright, gotta get to him. Gotta get to him. Okay, I'm dying. Stupid balls. Another flame star. jack. Ah, God damn it, Mundus. Come on. What the hell? A dragon? What the hell? Mundus, buddy. I can hit my guts, but damn. Okay, you get it. You like me. That doesn't stop me from loving you. I love it. Bullet in your brain. Or what you did to my lovely Trish, who happens to look like my mom. Okay. Good lord. Okay. Alright. Final attempt. And I will surrender. I will lay down my gun for tonight. I mean, I'll probably do something else on the side. Actually, just move the chair. I was gonna probably smash some rocks. Okay, come on. Come on. What the hell? Okay. Oh, vital starting. Okay. Oh shit, I'm regenerating health. Okay. Well, I don't want to get too cocky either, because I'm really running on nothing right now. Oh god, what's happening? Oh god. Oh. Oh shit, I died. Oh, okay. Okay, alright. Woo. Okay, I will say that was alright. Ah man, how many attempts was that tonight? I mean, probably not a lot. I mean, didn't do a lot in like a whole hour. Right, let me see if I all right. Okay, chat. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Should I at least do one more attempt to beat Mundus, or what I was thinking that we could switch over to a different game and then still chat, kind of just end the night on a chill note. Most likely at this point now, I might just finish Devil May Cry 1 off screen, so that way I can. So obviously, because I don't want to keep dragging on for too long at this point. Obviously, I know. Obviously, I know you guys want to see me finish it too. So that I'm also kind of thinking about as well. But let me know what you guys think would be better, or like, let me know if you guys want me to go ahead and do one more attempt, just to try at least do one more attempt. If not, I'm thinking of like switching over to a different game. I was thinking like maybe Wuthering Waves, just to for the casual base, or just chatting. Let me know. If not, then I'll go ahead and switch over to that, because I will be ending my stream in about 20 minutes, at right at 11. Because again, I will be up streaming tomorrow, playing Clair Obscure, around 8 o'clock Pacific time, in my time. So if you want to catch up on that as well. Let's see. Okay, let me see what's. support? Okay. What if I hit no? It just takes me back to the screen. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think I definitely will. I think I'm definitely gonna stop playing Devil May Cry here at this point. I mean, we got about like 20 minutes left of the stream here tonight, so I think definitely at this point, I think I want to just do so a bit more chatting and do a bit more discussion too. Definitely just like some stuff here. So I think what I want to do. I pretty much got the pattern now too. Oh shit. Okay. All right. I think for that portion of it, I think I'm good to. But yeah, I think if anything too. Yeah, so I think I might have to just attempt it again another time. So, if anything, too, at this point, I'm kind of just okay with just like finishing Devil May Cry 1 off screen. Probably just move on to the next game. But if anything, too, I'm also open to doing another attempt as well. Just man, it is. I don't know. It's tough for me to like get past this level too. So, oh man. But yeah, anyway, so if anything too, just to kind of let you guys in on what I usually play. So lately, the games I've been playing as of late, obviously besides Devil May Cry, is a game I mentioned earlier is Wuthering Waves. So is I would say it is like the more recently popular gacha games that I've been super into lately. I can definitely pull it up real quick too. So let me just go ahead and just change up the chapter just a bit. Here we go. That should work. All right. Sorry, I was spacing out just a little bit. Trying to make sure I'm just see if I'm trying to also get this done too. But yeah, so I think definitely just to end the night off, definitely want to just show obviously for those who are new to the channel, uh, this is built-in support. This team does not input controls any translate controller. But yeah, if anything too, I think definitely just to end the night, definitely just to end the night here. Definitely just to end the night here, I would say. not here. Definitely just show you a bit of what I've been doing in Wuthering Waves, or basically to show, obviously those who are new to the channel, on how the game is like, and just for a little bit too, and also just kind of like spend the rest of the night, all that too. All right, and everything too. Let me just make sure that is patch. Usually when it says patching, it says have to close the game, so let's check. Okay, but yeah, so anything too, if you're new to the channel, this is one of the games I actually like to play a lot recently, is Wuthering Waves. And honestly, I will say it's a lot better than, arguably a bit better than Genshin Impact in terms of gameplay, style, and just overall variety. And it's been definitely been like one of my favorites to play in recent memory, especially like the characters too. I love, and like and also it feels more rewarding when you do like lots of grinding, as well as like just overall, like it's a casual game too. What I like about it too, it also is a story of like how it's like very obviously fantasy based and science based as well, but it definitely has a lot of like mystery added to it as well. Why the long face? But yeah, so obviously, and then obviously in some games too, you do a little bit of like daily quests and all that. Let's add this. Many chapters. But yeah, if anything too, let me know, like in the if anything too, chat. If you guys are interested, if you have any questions about Wuthering Waves, or basically like, or if you have questions like if the game is like kind of, if you want to get into the game or questions about it too, I personally highly recommend it because it's a game that you definitely can pick up. Pretty easy, and that there's a lot of characters that you can play as, or like some for free, but then obviously if you're also into playing gacha, or basically doing lotteries, because there are people who are very interested in that too, this game may be for you. Obviously it's not a sales pitch, purely from a fan too. So, and if you also like very like intricate stories and just like story driven plot and basically world building too, so I would definitely say this would definitely be right up your alley. Do you think I should create the portraits or switch to painting? The landscape. Get white. Try. Do you have any other options? Try changing your career. That's brutal. I'm gonna say try changing your style. Yeah. Those is tier 2. All right. Oh, I think I'm done. I was like waiting for it to be done. I was like, okay, are we good now? Just sitting here looking pretty. I'm gonna just skip the dialogue. All right, perfect, and we get a reward. I know, the most epic thing that's like super epic. And then basically though, but what I like about it is that like every quest that you do, and obviously in most gachas, that obviously when you complete certain tasks, you do get rewards. The main currency, like in terms of like for Wuthering Waves, is like these things called asteroids. And asteroids basically they are basically the currency that helps you earn certain characters. So in this case, you would normally just go to here, to the what's called in this game convene, and basically the convenes is you basically get to pull, and that if you read here, obviously you do one pull, costs like one. These things called tides, or in this case for the premium premium conbeans or the banner pools are the radiant tides, result gold, light, and all that. Whereas the standard is called the lustrous tide, which is blue, or I guess that's more teal, I'd say, or bluish green. And then basically like the very basic characters like these. So for me, I've been using this one too. So in this case, the most recent character that just came out is Cardathea, and basically she's, I would say, well, obviously, why don't I just show you?
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future.
The power to split and merge matter.
So yeah, so Cardathea is the latest character too. So obviously, yeah, as you can tell, she's your basically run-of-the-mill elf girl or elf anime girl who's very cute, very blonde, and I honestly think she kind of looks like, she reminds me of Princess Zelda from, well, Legend of Zelda. I mean, you can see it. So, you know, elf ears, blonde hair, blue eyes, you know, cute features. Can't really go wrong. But yeah, so she's what's called a resonator. Many of the characters in this game are called resonators, and basically people with special powers. They basically stand out the rest of the most regular people too. All the good stuff. And that they use these weapons that kind of basically into their play style and overall like help with the synergy of the team. So in this case, her signature weapon that is also part of the banner pool is Defier's Thorn, and helps, and basically it shows you what the weapon, like a little detail about like basically the ability of the weapon and what it does and how like it can basically help perform with the character. So, but yeah, not too bad, I would say. Let's see. So we got about 10 minutes, or actually, I guess now like about 8 minutes actually. So we're definitely gonna go ahead and wrap it up pretty soon. So it is getting about that time. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here soon. I kind of want to just show you guys, because obviously like I was attempting to finish Devil May Cry 1 tonight. Obviously, it's taking a bit longer than I should have, and also like the controls were killing me. So I think at this point now I am kind of debating on if I want to like just continue each stream doing Devil May Cry, or doing Devil May Cry on stream, or at least Devil May Cry 1 on stream, or if I want to just at this point kind of just finish it off screen and then move on to the next game. Because too, I'm trying not to make it a habit of where I'm not like dragging things out for too long to the point where like it's just not as like, or basically it just becomes like a chore, I would say. So I'm kind of leaning more towards finishing Devil May Cry 1 off screen at this point. Then maybe I might do maybe like a replay of it in the future. That's just what I'm thinking too. Because I mean, if anything too, there are some other games too I am also looking forward to that I actually want to like make room to play in the future, or like in future streams too. For instance, for example, I would say like, well, obviously this one game I would say won't be coming out for like a while, which is like Resident Evil Requiem. And even though again, I like Resident Evil, I love the series. I definitely like the action horror aspect of action horror genre, or action and horror. Not to like, I was gonna say it's like to a degree, of course. I don't do well with horror stuff, but I will say when I first started playing, or when I first started streaming, the first genre I actually did was, fun enough, was horror, and it was Poppy Playtime, and other couple games too. Later on, but then I also did play Resident Evil 7 about a couple months ago, and Resident Evil 7, and honestly, like, it was freaking scary. Like I wussed out so many times to the point like I kind of took like I gave myself like a mental like break from playing horror games because it was so overwhelming. And also it's because I was like so not used to playing horror games all the time. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta go. So but for a while though, I think probably like for the last couple months, I've been just kind of like not streaming horror games in a while, but I have been thinking about getting back into horror games lately because like of the new releases, especially like Resident Evil Requiem, Silent Hill F, and I think there's a new Five Nights at Freddy games. I think it was Secret of the Mimic. So that's just something that works too. But everything too, my cup of tea is usually like very like story driven, like very casual games like Wuthering Waves and Clair Obscure. So which again I will be streaming tomorrow on that as well. Actually, let me switch over to talking now. Transition. All right. So just to signify we're getting closer to done. So, but yeah, so I am definitely just getting excited to. I'm just definitely excited to uh, play different games too. So, so that's why that's why for me I'm thinking at this point in time right now I'm thinking about just like either I could do another attempt to finish Devil May Cry on stream or like Devil May Cry 1 on stream. But if not, I'm also just okay. I mean, I think I'm also just okay with just like doing Devil May or doing like finishing Devil May Cry off screen. So that way I can at least like be done with it and move on to the next thing. So, but then again, you guys let me know if that's something that you be guys okay with, or you guys want to see me do another attempt again. Feel free to let me know in the chat or in the comments down below. But if anything too, we are about to go ahead and get ready to head out for the night. I want to. I think there might be a couple things I do want to like say here. Let's see here. But yeah. So if anything too, if anything too, like I said, so I definitely have been getting feedback on like how in terms like a couple of these things like consistency on schedule, consistency on streaming. So if anything too, I think so I think what will help too is that if you guys are curious to when I usually would be what days I would be streaming and to what times I'll be streaming to. At this point now, obviously, I know some of you who've been following me for a while or have followed me recently have been kind of confused, kind of on my schedule too. This was brought up to me by my good friend Ghosty, which I'll refer to by his alias here on Twitch. Obviously that's not his real name, but everything too. He mentioned that obviously like not him himself, but some of you guys here in the community have been kind of like very confused or very kind of like unsure would I be streaming a lot. So if anything too, what helps is that at this moment right now, going forward, my streaming days will be mostly about 4 days a week, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Everything too, I will in the past I have made too many changes to where like I keep either three streams a day or 4, but like on different days that's more in the week. So, and honestly, at the time it caused me a lot of burnout and made me feel very just like overwhelmed and just like very just fatigued. And this is like, well, kind of time trying to find better footing. So what I found most easiest was, okay, so instead of like creating a schedule very stagnant and just kind of like, oh, like I'm off this day, streaming next day, off again, then stream again. It's like it gets very tiring, and it just reminded me of a job I used to have before, where it was kind of that schedule was kind of like very stagnant. So what I figured is that you know what, I'm gonna condense it to more on the weekends, and that at least like and to have obviously be more available. Like hey, I'm gonna stream at least Thursdays through Sundays, and that Thursday and Friday specifically at this time right now will be like 2 hours, like 2 hours minimum for streams. But more so over, I would make it up for the next 2 days where I stream out 4 hours into 4 hours in the mornings. And honestly though, I prefer streaming. I honestly like, for me, my favorite days of the week streaming wise is Saturdays and Sundays, because Saturdays and Sundays is for me, it's like it's basically beginning of the day, it's in the mornings, and I'm more well rested and awake. Whereas like Thursdays and Fridays is like me getting off work and getting all tired and stuff. I was like, oh my god, I'm tired, I gotta stay up and all that stuff too. So but yeah, so just to clarify, if anything too, if you are curious about my schedule, so at this time right now, and I promise there will be no further changes at this very moment until otherwise, my streaming days will be consistently of Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and that my times are usually pretty consistent. So Thursdays and Fridays I usually stream for 2 hours from 9 to 11 p.m. And that also, and then for Saturdays and Sundays I usually stream now as of last week from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So basically like early morning to basically the start of noon, so which helps too. So which I think is pretty good as well. But it looks like we're about that time. So if anything, too, guys, it looks like we're gonna go wrap up here. So if anything, too, guys, if you guys, yeah, so if anything, too, I would definitely love to hear more feedback from you guys on how I can be more effective on the channel. What you guys would like to see me play, or at least someone that's not gonna make me crap myself. but if anything, too, guys, so when it comes to Devil May Cry, I will probably think more on if I'm going to just finish it next time I stream it, or just finish it off screen and move on to the next game. I think I'm just kind of just ready just to. I think all in all though, I'm pretty much just ready just to finish it. And I think I'm just gonna just finish it either whether I feel like I do it off screen or on stream or off screen. Most likely off screen at this point. 'Cause I'm kind of I'm just gonna just get it out of the way and just move on to the next game because I'm kind of just ready just to be done with it. So, but otherwise, guys, it has been a good night. I definitely will say it's been a pretty chill night. I was kind of trying to attempt to finish it tonight, but that's all right. I think what matters is that just played it, had some fun, and chat with you guys. And hey, we got a new follower too. So, thank you, Meech, from OF, or Meech from OF, for joining here in a little community. Definitely good to have you on board. But otherwise, guys, so if anything too. So I'm gonna wrap this up. So if you like the content I do make on here, please do give a follow here. We are almost reaching to our goal of 25 followers. And as of recently, Twitch actually changed their affiliate Twitch affiliate requirements to where instead of getting obviously other requirements too, but mainly instead of getting 50 followers now, it's 25. And now we have basically got a new follower and we're about 5 followers away. So I'm definitely just getting excited to finally, getting closer to, or basically getting closer to affiliate. Basically, I could start getting paid. So I can actually start making income too. I know that may sound selfish, but it's true. I mean, hey, like being affiliate does have benefits too. This will definitely also help me a lot to be able to buy better equipment for my setup, because when I first built my PC, some of the parts I have are pretty old, but still manageable, but we'll definitely need to upgrade soon. And I'm actually thinking about getting a new camera and a mic too for better performance. So that definitely will take some priority as well. But yeah, definitely give me a follow. Would definitely appreciate the channel. Would definitely help the channel a lot, and definitely give this love support. And if anything too, like I said, if you want to keep up to date on what I'll be posting on my social, or when I be updating on when I be streaming, or when I post content, you can follow me also on my Instagram and my TikTok as well as my YouTube channel. You can also check it out as well. You can definitely check it out as well. Check it out and give us some love support. I think I should repeat that over and over again. But otherwise, definitely check it out. Definitely really helping a lot. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get ready for bed, because I definitely getting ready for the stream for tomorrow morning, which I'm really excited for, because I'm actually really excited to play some more Clair Obscure. So definitely be ready for that, because I am ready to throw down with some Neverons. So, but anyways, guys, have a good night. Have a good weekend. It's finally Friday at least for me, it's Friday. I don't know if you guys Saturday or Sunday, but otherwise though, I do enjoy your weekend, guys. And if as always, this is Kyoshin signing off for now. Take care.